It's guns! I love guns! Machine guns? That's even better! This'll be fun!
Baccano is a 13-episode anime, 16 episodes if you include the 3 OVA specials, about alchemists who gain the power of immortality. But actually, it's about a little girl trying to find her lost brother. But wait, it's actually about a group of lunatics who hijack a train. But really, it's about a turf war between two mafia families. As you can see, Baccano is definitely not your average anime. The entire anime is spent bouncing between those multiple storylines, which result in an ensemble cast of characters, and what a cast of characters it is. I think many would agree that Baccano's two main strengths are its non-linear storytelling and its characters, so let's run through some of them. First, we have Isaac and Miria, two burglars who are in love with each other. They're undoubtedly the comic relief of this series, and they're absolutely hilarious.
From the time we started our little robbery tour, we've done 87 jobs from San Francisco to New Jersey. All of them have been interesting challenges. But have I ever once come close to putting your life in any kind of danger?
Only 87 times.
My point exactly, love. It's still less than 100.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Next up is Firo Procenezo, who is a young member of the Martillo family mafia. Without giving too much away, let's just say he can kick some serious ass.
Alright, tell me something.
Stay back! Get away, you monster!
Old-timer, did you know that I'm Firo Procenezo of the well-respected Martillo family? Did ya?
Up next is Lad Russo, a psychopathic hitman for the Russo family mafia. He quickly started becoming one of my favorite characters, and it's not hard to see why.
I don't give a rat's ass about Master Huey or whoever you guys really are. I just know that you are all my newest enemies. And you have really nice guns. You people are all the same. You think you're so smart!
Some of the other characters include Jacuzzi, who with girlfriend Niece lead a gang who also double as bootleggers, as their storyline takes place during the Prohibition era of the 1930s. There's Chane LaFerre, who leads a group of men in black suits whose motives are unclear until later on in the story. There's also Keith, Berga, and Luck Gandor, who are in charge of the Gandor family mafia. Finally, there's Vino, who I can't say a lot about due to spoilers, but let's just say he's also one of my favorite characters.
I can't figure out if she wants to meet up so she can kill me, or if it's because she actually likes me. It's driving me a little crazy, you know? And for the sake of argument, let's say she is trying to kill me. I don't necessarily think that necessarily means that she isn't in love with me.
Something important to note about Baccano is that due to having such a large cast of characters who are each in their own individual storylines, there's no character who can be called the main character. Even Firo himself is described as main character-ish. With nearly everyone being given an equal amount of importance in the anime, however, you won't notice that there's no central lead. Each character has a unique personality that makes them entertaining as hell to watch. The inevitable interactions between some of the characters are also tense, as sometimes characters with blatantly conflicting motives and personalities face off in battles. I consider Baccano's cast its biggest strength, but as I said before, another one of Baccano's strengths is its non-linear storytelling. Similar to Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction or Christopher Nolan's Memento, Baccano switches about 2 or 3 times an episode between storylines, some that are happening concurrently, some that are happening in the past, and some that are in the future. Now, with a cast of 20-odd characters and 3 different storylines that switch at a moment's notice, the term clusterfuck may come into mind when thinking about how to describe this anime. However, Baccano pulls this off amazingly. While initially, things may be a bit confusing, by episode 3 or 4 you get used to this and start understanding everything. The opening for this anime also lists off the names of about 18 or so of the characters, which is useful in remembering who some of these people are when you actually start watching an episode. Not to mention that insanely catchy music will make you want to watch it every single time. Another great thing about Baccano is the fact that it is greatly paced throughout the entire series. I never finished an episode and wondered why it existed because all the episodes are meaningful to the main plot. With 13 episodes, the lack of filler helps this anime and its strange storytelling work even more efficiently and tighter, as opposed to something that tries to replicate that, but fails because of an overabundance of episodes. As I just said, Baccano is 13 episodes long, not including the OVAs, which are commonly referred to as the Baccano specials, which we now have to talk about.
You think I should go after him anyway? You're right.
I'll be honest, I don't think these specials quite measure up to how good the original series was, and the non-linear storytelling is almost non-existent here. However, due to how strong the cast was, they'll make you keep watching as they get themselves into more trouble after the fallout of the ending of the series. The specials pick up right after the last episode of Baccano, and introduce some new characters like Graham Spector, and show more of the characters that are seen in the original anime but are not of any prominence there. On the topic of Graham Spector, I actually think he sucked. If anything, he's a poorly done clone of Lad Russo. However, with that said, he is still entertaining to watch, and when he injects himself into the main plot, you'll be very interested to see how things play out. The specials also give us more cool interactions between characters, and give us clues as to where the series is headed afterwards. Sadly, that turns out to be nothing but a cliffhanger because nothing Baccano related after the specials was animated. You see, another way Baccano is different from your typical anime is that it isn't based off a manga. It's based off a series of light novels written by Ryogo Narita. For those of you who don't know, light novels are just short novels containing some illustrations. The Baccano anime covers a small part of the novels, with the specials covering just a little bit more. The novels introduce many other characters, and that's just about all I can say about the novels without giving away critical plot details. All in all, Baccano is pretty much a masterpiece in terms of storytelling. I also cannot praise this cast enough, as they easily became one of my favorite casts ever despite this anime being so short. In fact, I've come to the conclusion that nearly every anime would be better if all the characters suddenly turned into Baccano characters. The various storylines of the anime make sense and are actually quite good, even though they're somewhat simplistic in nature. The key reason I watch anything, not just anime, is to be entertained. And Baccano entertained the hell out of me with its incredible mix of comedy and action. I give Baccano the final rating of... take my money.